Hey everyone, welcome to our first PS4 versus PS5 video. So what we're going to do with these is we're going to go and look at one game and we're going to see it on the PS4 and on the PS5. We'll have a cross section for the majority and we'll look into other details. We'll look at the frame rates and the timings and loading screens and the sounds and things like that. So let's just kick off with this month's, and we're going to look into Until Dawn. So the reason why I chose this one is it's part of the PS Plus collection that you get on the PS5. So we're just going to take a look at the graphics, and instantly from this you can see that on the right hand side I've got the PS5, and it does seem quite darker, the PS5 version, than the PS4, but it doesn't like take away from it being darker. To be honest, I think it's better. It's got a more refined look to it, to be honest, and it's quite interesting. I've recorded these at 30 frames per second, so they are both on 30 frames per second, or 29.97 frames, to be honest. Obviously, when you're doing the gameplay, it might change a little bit because of you actually controlling it. But on the cutscenes and things, they should run at exactly the same times, but we'll have a look at those in a moment. As you can see, this cutscene does seem to be working at exactly the same time, but we shall look at some other cutscenes later and also the loading screen times. But let's just have a look now at some of these cutscenes. So I put that cutscene now at exactly the right timing, so it started exactly the same, and then you can notice that it does slightly go out. See, so some of them are going faster than others, and I do believe the PS4 was running a little bit faster then. But if I go back, I put that back to normal now, so that's again is at exactly the right timing, and then the PS5 does have the advantage going a little bit faster. But you look at the graphics difference. It's like the one on the right, that is darker. You can get a bit more details. Now this scene, you can definitely see the quality is, or the timing is slightly out, and you can tell with the audio as well. See, there's a bit of jumping going on there. But we're going to kick off now with just some gameplay of just the PS4. So you just have a little look at this, and what I found was really interesting is I done exactly the same thing. I used the same controls and did the same path, yet the PS4 took longer to do this little tiny bit, which is quite strange, really. It's like she seems to be slow and sluggish, even though I did exactly the same on the PS5. I didn't like use the quick walk or anything. It's like if the animations were smoother on the PS5. And we're going to flip over now to the PS5 version, and to be honest, they have upped the graphics, I believe, but I'm not too sure whether that's just because of tweaking, but we shall have a look at the sound in a minute. So if you notice, look, she's moving a lot faster than in the PS4 version, so this little bit does, it's like I've done exactly the same path, or near enough the same path, but everything seems to be faster. But let's have a little listen to the audio a second now. So we're going to go back to the PS4. Now you notice the wind and noise, and pay attention to her feet.
Hello? Hello?
Now let's go to the PS5. Now the wind does seem different, and have a listen to the feet again now.
Hello? Hello?
So you can hear her footprints a lot louder, and the wind is more natural, I think, in this than in the PS4 version. So that was quite interesting for the sound I feel on that one. Let's take a look at this now. So I've got to another cutscene, and if you can tell, it's like it's gone slightly out on there. This is one of the first cutscenes, I think, and even that goes out there. And then the loading time then, where I just leave it load to the next bit, and obviously it cuts out, so it's well out of sync here for this one, and I do just stop that bit. But if we go back to this cutscene now, and we're going to go through frame by frame just to have a look at it. So if we just click on here a second, and then we're going to go through frame by frame. So let's go back up here. So it's just falling and bam. So it does go slightly out there. And then we just carry on going down. And if you notice then, so let's go back here. See, it's slightly out of timing there. And this, I did put this bang on right back. So from here, that would have been exactly the right frame and everything on there, going into that cutscene. And then you just carry on going with it. And there you can see it slightly goes out again. And if you notice, the branch doesn't really clue up there. So let's carry on going. And if you come down, and we go frame by frame. So there we go. That frame, so the PS5 goes slightly quicker. Boom. Only by a frame, but it still does. So let's go on to the next cut. There we go. So there's the next cut. And that is 3 frames then, that cut is. So the PS5, even though they are running at the same 29.97 frames per second, the PS5 does seem to be faster. So then, so let's have a look then. So that's 1 frame. That's only 2 frames. So it's jumping in and out. But you can tell, look, that's that should line exactly up, but it doesn't, which is quite strange, really. And there we go. And then if you go then to the next part, and that is, it's a good full almost, it was just over 60 frames, which is over 2 seconds long. So you can see then that, just look at the difference here. It's like, what? So it does go well out then on the load screen, but that's just because the PS5 does load a lot quicker. So if you go on that bit, it is a full 2 seconds on that little part there. So yeah, that is Until Dawn PS4 versus PS5. I was surprised, to be honest. It's like I thought the graphics looked a bit better, but I just thought it's because I was using a new 4K TV. But even from looking at this now, it's like it does seem a little bit darker but clearer on the PS5. It's like it's a little bit more realistic, like they've put a new filter in on there. And the sound I was pleasantly surprised with. It's like the sound is far more realistic, and I do actually want to play the entire game, because I only done 30 minutes of gameplay for both the PS4 and the PS5 just to test it all out. And it's like it's only subtle changes, but I do believe it is slightly better. We are going to have a look at other games to see if that's any different on there for those, but who knows? Who knows if it is any different. What I did find interesting is that the frame rates do go out even on some of the cutscenes. It's like if you carefully look at that now, you can see that it does kind of go out a little bit on there. So it's quite interesting, really. Am I saying the PS5 is better for Until Dawn? I am, because obviously the sound is better and it's quicker loading screens. Only slightly though, only a slight increase, because loading screens are quite decent in this game anyway. But like I said, the sound is far superior, and the graphics to me are a little bit better. So I do like to see some of the more the darker parts of this game to see what that is going to be like. But that is it for this month. We will be doing another PS4 versus PS5 game next month on the first Tuesday of each of the months, so make sure you check out that. And if you head over to our main channel, which is Skybot Film, then we do PS5 update videos every first Monday of the month. Next week, I'll be carrying on with my gameplay of Miles Morales, so make sure to check that out, guys. Don't forget to support us on our coffee.com website, and you can also be one of our first patrons on patreon.com.